Good day, Einsteinatics. Sir Janus here, and this time we are going to continue where we left off. We are going to take up module number 5, lesson 2, which focuses on environmental issues and concerns. So I hope you're ready to learn and have fun. For this particular lesson on environmental issues and concerns, we have two primary objectives. The first one would be to identify the different environmental issues and factors which disrupts the ecological balance, and yung ikalawa is to provide solutions dun sa mga environmental problems. Yung primary objective natin for this lesson is para malaman natin kung ano ba yung epekto ng tao sa kanyang kapaligiran. Do you have any idea? So for today, what we will be exploring is to answer the question, how does human activity affect the environment? One primary concern is yung population growth or yung pagdami ng populasyon ng tao. Just imagine, meron na ngayong 7 bilyong tao na nabubuhay dito sa mundo, and over 130 million babies ay ipinapanganak bawat taon. So in average, that would be 4 na baby bawat segundo. So ganun karami yung nadadagdag sa population ng tao dito sa mundo. Kung titingnan natin yung population ng tao, we are experiencing exponential growth. When we say exponential growth, ito yung mabilis na pagdami ng population. On our past lessons, we have discussed about carrying capacity and limiting factors. Why do you think that the human population continues to grow despite of these limiting factors? Anyone who care to answer? Yes. The reason is that we have better healthcare, meaning we have access to hospitals, medicines, and vaccines. We have also more and better food because of agriculture techniques. We have also cleaner water, and we have better sanitation. So this and all other factors combined, this is the reason why, although merong mga limiting factor, pero we still have exponential growth. So bakit ba naging concern yung exponential growth ng human population? So more people would result in using resources and eventually produce pollution. So pag mas madami yung tao, of course, mas marami yung gagamit ng mga raw materials such as the minerals. Of course, gagamit tayo ng mas maraming lupa to build farms, buildings, quarries, and dumps. We also utilize more energy which we get from fossil fuels. And of course, mas madaming tao, then that would also result in production ng mas maraming mga waste products at saka ng pollution. And with this also comes carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and smoke, which is released using pesticides and herbicides, and of course through sewage, fertilizer, and toxic waste. One of the biggest problem of rising population is yung pag-increase din ng pollution. But before that one, it would be better if we would define the term pollutants. Pag sinabing pollutants, ito ay any substance that contaminates or nakakadumi sa hangin, sa lupa, at saka sa tubig. Yung ibang pollution ay pwedeng mag-cause by natural events such as volcanic eruptions, pero karamihan dito yung pollution nag-originate sa human activities.
up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Mga problema sa hangin kabilang yung air pollution, global warming, acid rain, damage to the ozone layer at saka smog, and lahat ng to ay merong serious implication or masamang epekto sa kalusugan pati na rin sa kapaligiran. Yung isa sa pinakamalaking panganib na dala ng polusyon sa hangin ay yung tinatawag na global warming. So yung global warming is naidudulot ng build-up or pagdami ng mga greenhouse gases na would lead to pagtaas ng temperatura sa mundo. Ano nga ba yung mga greenhouse gases? So yung mga greenhouse gases na tinutukoy is yung carbon dioxide, yung methane, water vapor, and of course yung nitrous oxide. So why do we need to worry on global warming at saka sa greenhouse gases? It is for the reason that global warming stresses ecosystems or naapektuhan tayo nito dahil sa patuloy na pagtaas ng temperatura. That is the reason why nagkakaroon ng kakulangan sa tubig, mas marami yung mga fire threats kagaya ng pagkasunog ng mga forest, yung tagtuyot, yung weed and pest invasions. Not to mention, this is also attributed kung bakit sa bawat taon mas marami yung bagyo at mas lumalakas yung mga bagyo na nararanasan natin. It also is attributed why the polar ice caps are melting, and that is why there is an increase in the sea level, and that's why yung ibang mga isla ay unti-unting lumulubog. And of course, yung salt invasion because of the increased water level. Another adverse effect or masamang epekto ng air pollution is yung tinatawag na acid rain. Yung acid rain is nag-originate dahil sa dependency natin sa paggamit ng fossil fuels as source of energy. So ito nanggagaling sa usok na binubuga galing sa pabrika, sa mga sasakyan, pati na rin yung source of energy natin pag-produce ng electricity. So yung carbon dioxide, nitrous oxides, pati na rin yung sulfur dioxides, ito ay nagsasama-sama and would form now into acids which now falls back to Earth. Ano nga ba yung epekto nito once na it would fall back down to Earth as an acid rain? Yun, based on study, meron itong masamang epekto sa mga forest, yung sa fresh water, pati na rin sa lupa. Pinapatay nito yung iba't ibang klase ng insekto at yung mga aquatic life forms. It also causes pain to peel, corrosion of steel structures such as bridges, weathering stone buildings, pati na rin meron din itong masamang epekto na dinudulot sa katawan ng tao. Another type of pollution is yung pollution sa tubig. This happens pag yung sewage or dumi ng tao, yung dumi na galing sa pabrika, yung mga oil, pesticides at saka yung mga fertilizers is napunta sa tubig. Aside sa the water would become dirty and not fit for human consumption or it becomes unpotable kasi pwedeng magdulot ng sakit. Another effect of water pollution is yung tinatawag na eutrophication. Ano nga ba yung eutrophication? Yung eutrophication ay yung biglaang pagdami ng mga nutrients sa tubig na ito ay magdudulot ng maraming pagtubo or excessive growth of algae. And ito ay magdudulot ngayon ng pagkaubos or pagbaba ng oxygen level na magdudulot naman ngayon ng pagkamatay ng aquatic life kagaya ng mga isda kasi wala na silang pagkukunan ng source of air. The last type of pollution is yung pollution sa lupa. Yung lupa or soil ay pwedeng mapollute sa dalawang paraan or dalawang main substance. Yung una is yung tinatawag na solid waste. So kabilang na dito yung mga plastic, yung mga metal, yung paper at kung ano pa mang mga man-made substances. Yung ikalawa naman is pwede nitong mapollute through chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides, crude oil at saka yung mga waste from industrial processes. So yung land pollution often leads to water pollution kasi pag umulan, ito ay pwedeng ma-wash out into the rivers and lakes and eventually into the sea. So ayan, that's the effect from land pollution. Yung dumi na nandun sa lupa ay pwedeng madala dun sa tubig. Another environmental issue or concern is yung tinatawag na deforestation. Ano nga ba yung deforestation? Yung deforestation ay nangyayari pag yung kagubatan ay being cleared to make land available for other purposes. Yung nagiging problema dito is yung mga puno na pinuputol, kabilang na rin yung mga maliliit pa, ay hindi napapalitan. As an effect, nawawalan ngayon ng tirahan or habitat yung other living organism and there would be an increased level of greenhouse gases, soil erosion, and flooding are some of the effects of deforestation which is very evident now sa naranasan ng ating bansa due to Typhoon Ulysses dahil sa mining and large-scale deforestation dun sa mga lugar na binabaha. Now, another bad practice na observable dito sa Pilipinas is yung tinatawag na kaingin system, which in order for the farmers to create a fertile farmland is sinusunog nila yung mga bushes, yung trees, at yun yung tinatawag na kaingin system. The next environmental issues and concern that we would be discussing is about wildlife depletion. Ano nga ba yung wildlife depletion? Do you have any idea? As what the picture clearly shows, ito yung unti-unting pagkaubos ng flora at fauna. So, do you have any idea kung bakit nangyayari ito? Yes. Studies show na tayo yung biggest reason kung bakit mabilis na nauubos yung wildlife. It is because yung due to habitat loss dahil sa rapid urbanization, yung pag-develop ng forest and turning them into residential lands or residential places. We have also produced too much pollution, environmental degradation, pati na rin yung overhunting and harvesting. If you are going to look at the picture on the right, you could clearly see from 2001 to 2019 kung paano na-develop or unti-unting nababawasan ngayon yung flora at saka fauna ng Amazon forest. Ayan, being converted for human usage. Type of environmental issue and concern that we would be dealing is the destruction of coastal resources. There are a number of activities na pwedeng makasira sa ating marine life. When the population of marine organisms is reduced, the food web in a marine ecosystem is greatly affected. Ano nga ba yung mga human activities na may masamang nadudulot sa ating marine resource? Yung una dyan is of course yung overfishing. Yung consumption ng tao is nag-increase because of our increase in population. Another bad practice is of course yung dynamite fishing na kahit yung mga malilit na isda is namamatay dahil sa method na to. Another human activity that destroys our coastal resources is yung tinatawag na cyanide fishing. Ano nga ba yung cyanide fishing? Ito yung paggamit ng chemical na cyanide para manghuli ng mga aquarium fishes. Now, this would in turn harms the coral reefs or destroys it. Yung another bad fishing practice is yung tinatawag na moro-ami. Yung moro-ami is that yung mga fishermen ay gumagamit ng mga bato para sirain yung corals para maitaboy yung mga isda papunta dun sa net nila. And yung another big factor kung bakit rapid yung pagkasira ng ating coastal resources is of course yung encroachment sa mga mangrove areas, pati na rin yung development ng mga seashores into residential areas, which in turn destroys or sinisira yung natural habitat ng mga organisms na pumapatay ngayon sa mga wildlife na nakadepende dito. That we're through on the different environmental issues and concerns, this time, papag-usapan naman natin kung paano tayo makakatulong, how to do our part in environmental conservation. Ano nga ba ang environmental conservation? Environmental conservation is defined as yung wise management and utilization of natural renewable resources in a sustainable manner to ensure the maintenance of biodiversity. So paano ka nga ba makakatulong in order for you to conserve the environment? Of course, the first one is to practice recycling. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. The second part is, of course, you can help save water. Ikatlong method naman, in order for you to help conserving the environment, is to always choose the sustainable option. Another one is, if there would be a chance, always try to help or volunteer in cleanup drives, such as coastal cleanups, yung mga replanting activities and such. And of course, as I have mentioned before, another way in which you can help the environment is to plant a tree. And by doing so, by saving the trees, you are saving Earth. That's it. Thank you for watching. For our next topic would be module number 6, which deals with photosynthesis. So please make sure to click like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you would be updated for the upcoming video. Thank you for watching. So if you have comments or suggestions, or if you have topics that you want to suggest, please make sure to drop it on the comment section, and please do make sure to click like, subscribe, and ring the bell for you to be notified. Einsteinatics out.